Hello you guys, my name is Miska and I'm back with another video. Today we're doing something a little different. This is my first get ready with me. So like, cut me a little slack. I don't know how I did, whatever. But if you want to see how I got this look and also talk about submission, then stay tuned. Okay, so as y'all know, today we are about to be talking about submission, okay? Okay, first of all, the reason why this is like hot on my mind is because of the recent conversations that have been had on podcasts or whatnot about what submission is or how they are submissive. And everybody came for that girl neck. When she started breaking down how she is submissive to her man. And, I saw it, and I was like, I was indifferent, not gonna lie. And that's okay. It's okay to be indifferent. It's okay to have different opinions or whatnot. It's all okay, We're not supposed to think the same. We can, it's okay if we do, but we can agree to disagree always. When I ran across the clip or whatever, it caused me to like kind of go on a search for myself as to, what is submission? Beforehand, I knew what it was. I had a made up mind about what I thought it was. But what it did cause me to do is to like kind of delve into it more to like solidify. This is the pore filler NYX. But what it really did do is make me, think about like, dang, how many other people think submission is just being or doing something and being everything to a person. You know what I mean? So I just share my journey as to, the stages that I went through with submission or whatever. So y'all, like, not gonna lie, when I first like came to Christ, when I first got saved or whatever, I struggled with the thought of submission. I ain't even have to submit to nobody yet, and I was struggling with the thought of it, okay? Like, I knew I was gonna be somebody's wife, and I was struggling with the thought of having to submit to them. I gotta remember to tell y'all what I'm using. This is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation, okay? And I am in the shade Tanzania, I believe. I don't know, this might be a little too dark, but I don't know, whatever, we'll see. So yeah, like when I first came to Christ, I was like, I am like witty. I'm very witty. I'm very, smart aleck, sarcastic, but it's not to, be mean. It's just, sometimes it's just like a good reaction to say something, a little slick. That's just who I am, I have quick comebacks and things like that. And I was like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to be myself. I'm gonna have to like just shut up and take it. Or like dumb my personality down. I'm not gonna be able to like have the fun that I like to have. That's what I thought, I'm just gonna have to like shut up, let this man control everything, and just be at his beck and call, every beck and call. And I was just, not really feeling that. But, when you choose the Lord, you choose the Lord. And so I was, willing to do, sadly, I was willing to, just do whatever it took or whatnot. I don't know. I just, I don't know. I guess or maybe I might have like just compartmentalized it and kept it in the back of my head or whatnot and just ignored it because still I was single. But, that was just something that was like, when you first get saved, it's like a few things that be on your list. Like, dang, I ain't gonna be able to do this no more, that no more, this no more, that no more. And that was, one of the things that was on my list of like, dang, God, choosing you come with this. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I was first at with it. Y'all, I'm so glad that I was wrong. I am so glad that I was wrong, because submission is, now if you look at the Google definition of what submission is, it's definitely going to be like along the lines of what the girl was talking about. It's like more duty based and looking at a person as like, you know, with this kind of posture, like, all hell this person and let me go grab this for you. Let me, kind of like servant based submission. But and I feel like that's like a common misunderstanding when it comes to submission. I feel like submission catches a bad rep because everybody has like, I don't know, I feel like everybody just has the wrong understanding about what submission is. And so, you know, that's why I really wanted to talk about it. Get some understanding regarding what it is. Hold on. I feel like I look super orange, but you know, we gonna get it right, y'all. We gonna get it right. Now, what changed my mind about feeling that submission was more servant based, not to say that it doesn't include servanthood at all, because I definitely feel like it includes an aspect of servanthood, but I feel like it's more to submission than just serving somebody or whatever. This is just the Pro Conceal, excuse my nails because I have makeup in them, but you know, Pro Conceal Fawn, LA girl. First of all, we all have different gifts as individual people. We have different gifts, we have different skill sets that we can bring to any situation. So, y'all, I feel like we are too talented, we're too gifted to just be in a space and feel like all we can contribute is ironing some clothes or cooking a meal. I'm way more than that. Okay, you are way more than that. And that's not the only reason why you occupy, or why a woman can occupy the space of a wife, is to just cook somebody some meals, or, you know, iron their clothes or whatever they need you to do. You just there to do it. Is it a portion of it? I feel like yes, because if you're in love with somebody, if I'm in love with somebody, not if you, but if I'm in love with somebody, I want to be there for them. I want to cater to them. I want to make them feel special. And they should be doing the same in return, making me feel special, doing what I like, you know, loving me the way that I receive love. And in turn, we love them the way that they receive love, not just the way you think, you know, they need to be loved or something, you know, you like to do. So yeah, I feel like, I just want to stress that I do feel like servanthood is a portion that, you know, is a portion of submission. But do I feel like it's like the whole kit and caboodle? No ma'am, no ham, no turkey, okay? That's not what it is. Now, what I mean by like we are too gifted to just occupy a servanthood space in marriage, I feel like everybody has different things that they are good at, different things that make them who they are and that they can bring to the table, that, you know, and help, allows them to add to environments that they find themselves in. And why I bring that up is because I feel like in some, you know, ways, some men, you know, some Christian F boys, and if you ain't seen that video, go check that video out. But I feel like some Christian men try to suppress women and, you know, suppress their gifts, suppress their talents, and just, you know, diminish them to the role of their do girl, you know, which is not right. And so that's why I bring up, I feel like we have too much to bring to the table, you know. And for your light to be dimmed and for you to just be placed in the box of this servant wife or whatever. Whatever you're good at, that's what you should be allowed to bring to your marriage. In some marriages or in some ways, men try to diminish women and make them feel like they can't add anything to a household instead of catering to them and catering to the household. So that can be confused with submission, but that is not submission. That's a Christian F-boy trying to have his way in his marriage or whatever. So yeah, I hope that's coming across right, what I'm saying. Anyway, so we'll move on to what I feel like submission is. And y'all, I just used this Nika K, this little beauty supply store brow pencil, and carved out or highlighted or what is it? Shaped my eyebrow, the underneath my eyebrow with the same concealer that I used under my eye. So what I feel like submission is, I feel like submission is mutual. I feel like men and women can submit both to one another. It's not just a woman's job. I feel like it's not just a woman's job to submit. I feel like that's something that men should be doing as well. Now, I also don't feel like submission is bossing somebody around or making them feel like everything is your way or the highway. I don't feel like submission is not exalting yourself and exalting your agenda or whatever it is that you want to be done. I feel like submission is support. I feel like that's what it is mainly. For me, submission is support. Submission is being that supportive helpmeet that you should be in a marriage. That means like adding your opinion, adding what you may feel about to a situation and not just letting it, and not holding on to your discernment, sharing what you have discerned about a situation, sharing, your feelings regarding something. A lot of times, and I say that because a lot of times, even myself, when I first got married, I felt like whenever my husband brought something to me, I had to go with what he said and not share what I truly thought about it, and just trust his judgment because he's the head of the household and, this is what he said. So, okay, let's go with what he said and let me just, let it go. But that's not submission. I feel like if I don't have anything to add to the situation, okay, cool, go with what he said. But if I have some wisdom, some knowledge regarding this situation, I need to share it, because it's wrong to think that being submissive is not sharing, is just shutting up and taking it. That's not what submission is. It's not shutting up and taking it, okay? We got to get out of thinking like we have to just be quiet and be a mute and like just go with whatever is said to us, because that's honey. That ain't it. And again, I'm just so grateful for, how as time goes on, or as you grow in marriage and stuff like that, you just get new revelation, I guess, regarding marriage. And it's okay to grow in marriage. I found that you don't have to have all of the answers right off the bat. It would be nice to, child. Not gonna lie, it would be nice too, but it's more rewarding that you grow as you grow. You come into more knowledge as you grow, and then you're able to like see, child. It's just super rewarding. You get to see the growth and things like that. So now we are going in with this Milani Conceal and Perfect in the shade Warm Tan. I don't really go everywhere with this one. I just like keep it in the inside so it can like, you know, add a little more light to the center. I feel like one reason, I'm just gonna speak from like, you know, a woman's perspective because, you know, I'm a woman and that's what's natural to me. So I feel like one reason why, you know, submission came up in the Bible and, you know, maybe is because we can have a tendency to manipulate situations. Just being honest, like we be trying to use our tears, we be trying to use our attitudes and things like that to manipulate situations and exalt ourselves and to get our way, to get what we want, to make a man feel sorry for us and want to cater to us or whatnot. And so I feel like submission helps us to, you know, reel that in a way. It helps us to know, okay, let me not cry right now to try to get my way, or let me not do this, or let me not do that. Because we can have a tendency to want more. We want everything. Y'all know we do. We want everything, got to have everything. And if we can't have it when we want it, we can sometimes, you know, throw little fits and try to manipulate stuff. And so I feel like that's one reason why, you know, submission may have come up in the Bible. It's like, don't try to exalt yourself. You know, don't try to cheat the process or, you know, use what you have to get what you want. Don't be trying to use what you got to get what you want, honey. Okay. In the words of Ronnie and Tricks, I think that's their names from the Players Club. But anyway, yeah, like, I feel like we have a tendency to do that. We'll manipulate the heck out of some stuff just so we can get the result that we want. And you can't do that in marriage. You have to be a team player. You know, you have to be a team player. And I feel like that's a part of submission, being a team player. So next we're going to go in with the translucent one size, excuse the top because it's dirty. You know, I'm a brown skin girl, so I'll be having to pick this up with sponge hands. So, you know, it's a little dirty, but one size fits all translucent powder. I love it. I never thought I was a translucent powder girl until I got this. Before I started using the one size, I was like a fit me girl. This is good too. It's in medium deep 30. Maybelline. Another thing that I feel about submission, I feel like if submission causes you to feel diminished, belittled, caged, like if it causes you to feel anything but good, I don't feel like it's of God. I feel like submission, if we should bear good fruit as Christians, then, and the fruit of the Spirit, which I talk about a lot. I talk about the fruit of the Spirit a lot, but it's important. Like, the fruit of the Spirit is joy, love, kindness, self-control, patience. You know, if all of those things are fruits of the Spirit, then me being biblically submissive to my husband should not make me feel the opposite of love, the opposite of patient, the opposite of kind. Like, I shouldn't be made to feel any way but good if I'm doing something that God wants me to do. You know what I mean? Like, if this is truly a God situation, if I'm in a Christ-centered marriage, and, you know, the fruit of this submission is making me feel any way, but good. Honestly though, like if I'm in a Christ-centered relationship and I'm feeling like beat up, battered and bruised behind submitting to somebody's son, then I don't know if I want it, because I don't want to, feel like I only got one Lord. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Bridgerton. I only got one Lord. And so ain't nobody finna be down here lording over me. Now you could be my headship, but you're not my Lord. And so if I'm feeling lorded over, then that's a problem. Now submission, it's gonna, you're gonna have to suck it up sometimes. When you want $1,000 weave and your husband talking about bills, you're gonna have to suck it up sometimes, sis, and that might not feel good. But you gotta learn the feel, like that's like a material thing versus, something that's means something for real. You know what I mean? Not to say you want your hair done don't mean nothing, but So yeah, you always want to make sure that you're not feeling bad behind submitting, and that you're not making, your husband feel bad either. You know what I mean? It's a two-way street, honey. It's a two-way street. And then I also feel like men desire respect more than love. I feel like women, we want to feel loved. And I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it's to get ready with me, so whatever. I feel like women, we want to feel love. We want to be romanced. We want to be wine. We want to be dined and all of this stuff. But men, they equate love with respect. Do y'all feel that way? I've heard it here and there, and in my own marriage, I think I have found it to be true. But I wonder, do y'all feel the same way? Because I feel like we do, look at love differently. Like, I feel like I need to, like, feel the love. While men, they need to feel respected. And that just, makes them feel loved. I guess, child. This is the Juvia's Place Bronzed Deep Dark Bronzer. Why am I bronzing before I put on some face powder? This is the Sephora Matte Perfection Powder Foundation in the shade Mocha Spice Honey, because we're mocha around here. So yeah, I feel like, let's see. And one of those scriptures that make me feel the way I feel about submission being mutual is Ephesians 5:21 through 24. It says, and further submit to one another out of your reverence for Christ. Submit to one another out of your reverence for Christ. So because you know who God is, you're submitted to one another. That means you're out of your reverence for Christ, because you're carrying yourself a certain way because you know who God is. You're treating people a certain way because you know who God is. So that shows you right there that, okay, this ain't supposed to feel bad. This is not supposed to be a situation where I feel diminished or small. You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to be treated a certain way as well. Not me just doing all the treating. You know what I mean? And then it goes on to say, wives, Understand and support your husband in ways that show your respect. I lied. I went down to the other part. My bad. Wives, understand and support your husband in ways that show your support for Christ. Okay? And what do I feel like that means? Understand and support your husband in ways that show your support for Christ. I feel like it kind of means the same thing that we just said, honestly. Like, submit to one another out of your reverence for Christ, because you know who God is. You handling people a certain way. You handling certain situations a certain way. You're not just flying off the handle. You're not just talking down to your husband. You're not just belittling him and saying, oh, you stupid, you don't know how to make decisions, or you gonna have us da 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 da, or just talking. And the person that comes to mind is Tasha. Tasha from Why Did I Get Married? Like, you're not her. Like, you're handling stuff, in a graceful way. You're graceful and you're gracious towards your husband. You're supportive, You're not just this little, flip at the lip wife. Okay? So yeah, that's what I feel like that means. And then we'll go down. The husband provides leadership to his wife the way Christ does to his church. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. We are the body of Christ. If you are in Christ, you're a part of the body of Christ, where Christ is the head of the body. We follow his leading. In the same way, if you are, married, your husband becomes your headship. That don't mean you give away your right to think for yourself. It does not mean that you, are no longer the same girl you were when you were single. It just means you have covering, extra covering. God covers us, and then if you are married, it's just extra covering. It's protection or whatnot. It's not, again, a situation where you should feel small. And it says, provides leadership to his wife the way Christ does to his church, not by domineering, but cherishing. Okay? So, again, like, example, like, you should know God don't want you down here accepting any kind of treatment, because look at the way that, like, he sacrificed himself for us. You know what I mean? Like, for somebody to know these folks ain't hitting up on nothing. Like, they gonna still sin after this. They gonna still fall short after this. They still not gonna be perfect after this. But I'ma still die for their sins. You know what I mean? Like, how selfless is that, And for God to be so selfless, for Jesus to be so selfless and do that, you should know that the person that he wants you to be with should be selfless as well. His character all throughout the Bible, he was gentle, he was soft, he was kind. When he didn't have to be, he could have came in there and threw his weight around and been like, you know what, y'all ain't getting this thing right, whatever the case may be. But he wasn't. He was the opposite with us when he did not have to be. And so you think you're supposed to be up in a marriage taking any kind of treatment from one of these little people on this little earth? Child, please. Child, please. But anyway, it goes on to say, so just as the church submits to Christ as he exercises such leadership, wives should likewise submit to their husbands. So yeah, as the same way that we are submitted to Christ, following his lead, we should be submissive to our husbands. We should also be submissive to one another out of reverence for Christ. Understanding, supportive, not talking down to one another. you know. It's a real team. Let me contour. I just bronzed. I'm gonna contour with this color. But yeah, again, I don't, this video is not to like beat up on nobody, because that ain't never where I'm coming from. I just like, you know, the spark. I love listening to different things. And then I love like discussing. I'm a discussion type of chick. You know, all opinions are welcomed. But, you know. And I just contour it with the MAC Studio Fix powder. NW58. NW58. Okay. Y'all. And then further to like bring, you know, what I said about how we require love and men, you know, want to feel respected, I'll go to this scripture. It says Colossians 3:18-21, the Message version. It says, wives, understand and support your husbands by submitting to them in ways that honor the master. So again, understand and support. I feel like that's mainly what submission is. Understanding and support. And not, you know, constantly nagging or constantly like talking down and telling them what they ain't doing right or whatnot. Be understanding, be supportive. Supportive don't mean, again, supportive does not mean shut up and take it. But by showing support to somebody, okay, what does support look like? That means helping where I need to help, speaking up and giving advice where I need to give advice. It definitely does not mean mute. It does not mean mute at all. And this is the One Size palette. I don't know if he's Patrick Star Visionary eyeshadow palette is what that is. One Size. But yeah, like, if my life is in, if this man is my leader, you know, is my headship, is the leader of our home, then that means wherever he go, I gotta go. And I'm not trying to go to doomsday. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be a part of doomsday. Like, I'm gonna speak up. If something don't sound right or don't look right, I'm gonna speak up, honey, okay? Because I'm going to. Like, you're not about to have me out in the middle of nowhere or whatnot. So yeah, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to hit me. And it's not gonna be in a way that makes you feel little. It's not gonna be in a way that makes you feel like I feel like I don't, it's not going to be in a way that makes you feel like I don't respect you, but it's going to be in a loving and gracious way that makes you feel like I'm your partner. Like, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so it goes on to say, husbands, go all out in love for your wives. Go all, I love that part. Okay, go all out in love for your wives. Okay, you are not asking too much. When you say you want to be loved, honey, and when you should tell your husband how you want to be loved, you're not asking too much. Because if that's how you receive love, then he should be willing. You know what I'm saying? And if he doesn't know how to do it himself, teach. It's okay to teach. Y'all are two people that's coming together for the first time, trying to live y'all life together. It's okay to teach him. He don't got to come already, you know, prepared and knowing what to do to make you feel loved. That's kind of like silly to even think, because he don't know you and they can't read minds. You know what I mean? So share how you like to be loved if you don't know how to. Side note, there was a side note because I don't know how I just got off over there. I ain't telling y'all what I'm using. Okay. So I'm sad about this, but I used this color, Brownie and Booked, in my, you know, with the big fluffy brush. And then I'm going in, tapping this lightly in my crease because I got these Jones eyelids these Jones family hooded eyelids, and I be having to like make a crease, child. But anyway, yeah, like he's supposed to be going all out. And so if somebody is going all out to make you feel loved, then you shouldn't feel small. Like you shouldn't feel like you just, you know, here to perform. It goes on to say, don't take advantage of them. To husbands, go all out in love for your wives. Don't take advantage of them. It say it right there, okay? It's in the text. Okay, y'all always talking about the text, but it be in the text. I don't think y'all like reading the text, honey. You gotta read the text. It say go, don't take advantage of them. Do you feel like you being taken advantage of while trying to submit to somebody's son? That's why I say it's supposed to bear good fruit. You're not supposed to feel bad about it. Now, you're going to feel bad when he tell you about that, you know, about them bills instead of the, you know, you can't get your little $1,000 weave done. That's going to feel bad. But is that in the big scheme of things, you know, that's like super small. And I'm just being funny when I talk about the weave. Yeah, don't take advantage of them. Don't use your headship for bad. Don't use your headship to create the life that you want. You know, where you have just a wife that just sit there and look pretty and not, you know, share her gifts, her talents, her wisdom, her knowledge regarding situations. Like, be a good dude. You know, that's what it boils down to, you know. Support, understanding, love. I feel like. Okay, now we're going to go in with this Urban Decay half-baked eyeshadow. I love this eyeshadow. This is like my staple eyeshadow that I put in the inner corners of my eye. I just love it. Like, my makeup is not complete without it. Like, it just be doing something to my eyes. And I love it. All right, and then we're gonna go in with some eyeliner. I'm using the e.l.f. eyeliner. And this is just jet black. Child, are these even? I don't even know, but you know, we just gonna roll with it. Let me let it dry a little bit. And then I also found another scripture that I feel like, you know, touches on submission. 1 Peter 3, 1 and 2. And then I have comma 7. I don't know what I meant by that, but it says, in the same way, it says, in the same way, you wives must accept the authority of your husbands. Then even if some refuse to obey the good news, your godly lies will speak to them without any words. So that's basically saying, like, respect the authority of your husband. Like, don't try to, like, boss him around. Don't, you know how some women be like, I'm just a dominant woman, and so if I get a weak dude, then I'm gonna run all over him. That's what that's talking about. Like, don't try to, like, boss all over your husband. Respect his authority as the headship. And not even as the headship. We should just be respecting one another, period. You know, a lot of the words we get caught up on, like lordship and headship and, you know, leadership and all that. It's just, as a person, period, you're supposed to be respecting people. And so, as a person, period, respect your husband. Like, don't be trying to run all over him just because he may be a more easygoing dude. Like, that don't mean run over a guy because he, like, more easygoing. Respect everybody. And you don't just give respect and reverence to the people that demand it. But yeah, that's what that's saying. Like, if you got an easygoing guy, then let him be easygoing. Let him be comfortable and be the person that he is without having to worry about you trying to boss all over him. And the part, even if some refuse to obey the good news, meaning like if you have a husband that is not saved and doesn't believe in God, because you treat them so well. They know you saved and you treat them so well and you respect them and you respect their authority. You support them. You are understanding towards them. It's like, dang, this girl is like, she's so good to me. Like, she saved and she ain't even like beating down my back about being saved. She just still loving me. You know, she's not reserving her love in regards to me. She's still pouring love onto me. It's like, dang, okay, let me see what God talking about, because this girl, she too good. You know what I mean? That's what that means. Like, even if some refuse to obey the good news of the gospel of Jesus, your godly life will speak to them without any words. Like, and that's even like outside of marriage. When you're around people, how are you carrying yourself? You know, can people tell by how you live that you are a follower of Christ? Can they tell it's something different about you? You know, can they tell from how you carry yourself, like, dang, it's something different going on with her? She is not, don't play with that girl. She is not one of them. Like, she different. Yeah, she different. You know what I mean? And so it goes on to say, they will be won over by observing your pure and reverent lives. And to go along with your godly lives will speak to them without any words. They will be won over by your observing your pure and reverent lives. So without you asking them, when you gonna go to church? When you going to church? When you going to church? You need to be watching this sermon. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. And this is not to say to just get with a guy, get with any guy you want to and just be sweet to him. And then he'll be saved. That's not to say, I'm not saying that's what that says. Use wisdom in who you marry. You know what I mean? Because the Bible also speaks about not dragging a donkey along or something like that. I have to look for it, but you don't want to be trying to. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that. You know that song, Don't Save Her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Don't be trying to get married to people and, date people trying to help them get saved. You know what I mean? Not to say that is wrong. I'm just saying, child, use discretion. Use your own discretion. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking. But, yeah, like your life will speak for itself. How you move will speak for itself. You don't have to God don't need all that. He is a movement by himself, okay? But y'all are forcing y'all together. Why do I keep doing it? I love music, y'all. I'm sorry. But yeah, like just live your life the way he says to live your life. Respect people, love on people, do good to people, and you can win people over by the way you live your life because you know who God is. I feel like that verse is like for if you found yourself in a marriage where y'all wasn't really living for God at first, and then you may come to Christ, which it happens like that a lot of the times. Like the woman usually, sometimes, it's different. Each case is different. But sometimes the woman starts leaning on God a little more, but the husband don't. And he's basically saying in those cases, don't be like, okay, I'm following God now, so now you need to be doing this and you need to be doing that. It's like, no, love, put your faith into action and just love on him. Continues to be understanding and love on him, and your behavior will win him over. It don't say tomorrow, it don't say in a week, but it just says to love on him. It might not happen right off bat, but give it time. That's what that is talking about. I seen my friend Hannah, shout out to Hannah, using this mascara on her eyelid. Not using it, but I saw it on her eyelashes, and she ain't had no eyelashes on, fake false eyelashes on. And she told me she was using this. I had to run to the store and get it. Okay, it's the Maybelline New York Lash Sensational Sky High mascara in black is what I usually get. Yeah, black is black. And it's really good. I'm finna put lashes on right now, but it's really good. And it says, in the same way, again, like, he don't address the wives without addressing the husbands. If you pay attention, it's mutual. Although our submission may look different than the men's, it's a mutual submission type of thing. And it says, in the same way, you husbands must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. Treat your wife with understanding, honey, as you live together, okay? Like I said, the fruit of this submission is not supposed to be as complicated as, some people make it. But, unfortunately, it is. And, that's not to say it can't be corrected. You might have to have a real sit-down conversation and be like, you know what? I ain't taking this no more. I'm just playing. But, yeah. And I cut this lash in half. I'm reusing this lash. I don't know where I got it from. It might just be like some beauty supply lashes or something. I don't know. But, this is what we doing. This is the La Femme blushes. Like, I don't even know what colors none of this is. I'm sorry. I don't. Y'all remember La Femme? You might not remember La Femme if you wasn't like watching YouTube, like the OG YouTube makeup people. I like to put a little on my forehead and then my crease, just to, like, blend everything together. And then we are going in with the, oh child, what is this? I think this is Milani. I think this is Milani, child. Don't get me the line, but I think it's Milani. But yeah, like, how do y'all feel about submission? Did y'all see the video that I'm talking about with Jasmine Brown? And I like Jasmine Brown. She is so funny to me. And she's beautiful. And again, I don't really think she was wrong, because, I feel like, submission can include servanthood. Okay. And y'all, for the lips, I am just going in with the brown lip liner and my Morphe lip gloss. It's the Morphe lip gloss in Free Bird. Here lately, I've been overnighting my lips, and I really like it. Like, it's super cute. I'm just doing something now, y'all. I ain't did. This is a lip combo I have never used. I'm really just doing something. Hopefully, it don't be looking crazy. Okay. That was NYX Butter Gloss in meringue. Meringue. I think it's just meringue. And then we're gonna go over that. I know it's a lot, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get the look. You gotta do what you gotta do to get the look, okay? Don't talk about me. This is the also NYX lip gloss. This is Milky Gloss. This one is in Milk and Honey. Yes, a lot of gloss. We need it. We need all of the gloss, okay? So, y'all, this is the finished look. Let me put some. I go in with the e.l.f. makeup mist and set. You guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, let me know in the comments. Let's start a discussion. What do you guys feel about submission? What do you think about my opinion about submission? Okay. If you have any other video ideas that you would like for me to do, you know, talk about discussions, let me know. I'm open, okay? Always open. And until next time, you guys.